Hey guys, we're going to be going through the entirety of 3-1 now. It's quite a lengthy level, so it is going to take us quite some time to get through all of it. And I am going to try and pick up all the items I can, but the first thing we're going to do is pump endurance as much as we can. I'm aiming to get to 25 because that means that I can swing the Demon Brand 4 times before I need to wait for stamina to recover. I think every swing is 40 stamina, and I think you have about 121 at 25 endurance. And I'm trying to see like how much endurance I'll need in order to wear the gloves here. We're also going to pick up the headgear I'm going to wear from this level. Right now the equip burden is a little much, so we're going to raise that. I think at 25 I'll have enough equip burden to wear everything I want, which is convenient.
Well, I remember you. I'm glad I found you. I found some really nice trinkets. Well, we've been long acquainted, so I'm willing to part with them at a special price. But only if you buy today. Nothing here is stolen, I swear. I no longer partake in the whole corpse robbing thing. Yeah, no, I'm completely free from my vice. My old mother would be proud indeed. Aren't you proud of me too? Well, do as you please, but you may yet regret refusing my offer.
As you can see, Patches now becomes a merchant after you meet him in 4-2. You can also meet him in another level that I haven't been to yet. So we're going to just start going through all the cells here in 3-1. There's quite a lot of floors and side areas in this level, so it will take you a while if you want to get absolutely everything. Clearly the inspiration for Earthil Dungeon in Dark Souls 3 came from this area here. I think it is highly regarded as one of the best areas in Demon Souls as well. And the main enemies that you're going to be fighting here are like these Mind Flayer guys. As you can see there, they will stun you. Thankfully I knew I probably would get that attack off. After they stun you, they'll try and do a grab on you, which is pretty much guaranteed, which will do a large amount of damage to you. It probably wouldn't kill me in one hit, but that's one thing they do. The other thing they do is they have like an AoE shockwave ability. It knocks you back if you get hit by it, and it's just centered on them. They also have some soul arrows, but I don't think the ones in this level will ever use that. So the entirety of this level is basically going through and picking up keys and unlocking floors and cells. We need to go ahead and pick up a floor key over here, and then we backtrack to the area that we zoned into. There is a bit of backtracking in this area, so it is quite easy to get lost. And quite a lot of the area does look very similar, but that does eventually change like halfway through the level. So I'm just opening these cells here. I think I get most of the items I can by this point. There is a White World Tendency event that I am going to want to do later on, and also the Black World Tendency event where there's another Black Phantom in this area. I want to do that one a bit later because I would like to get the White World Tendency event to begin with, and this is the item that I was looking for. The Silver Cornet will improve your max MP by 20%. So that puts us above 100 MP at this point. If you wanted to use Second Chance, you would need to use that or increase your intelligence to 15 in order to actually use it, because it does require 100. Like I said, I'm probably not going to use Second Chance, although it is very powerful, because we are going to get a certain magic spell that I can use as well. I'm also going to need to throw a couple more points into magic to bring it up to 12 before the end of the playthrough, and there is a reason for that. But I'll probably grind a few levels if I don't have the souls to do it by that point. One bad habit of mine is that I usually keep all these soul pickups and the boss souls that I don't actually need. And I never use them, because, I don't know, I'm lazy like that. But they actually give you a decent amount in this game. The problem is, if you want to use the small souls that you pick up, you need to use them one at a time. There's no use many function yet, which I'm hoping will be changed in the remake, because that is a very easy quality of life change to make. So after you picked up the 3rd floor key, you can open this gate at the start of the area, basically, and continue on. This level isn't going to be that challenging, just because we're pretty over leveled for this section now, and we have a really good weapon. One thing that tripped me up a little bit is these Iron Maidens. Sometimes they have enemies in them, these traps, but usually they have an item. But the enemies inside will usually poison you if you get hit by them. And I thought I had some poison lotuses, but I actually don't right now. Also be careful, because most of these regular enemies won't attack you, but there are ones with knives here, or daggers. I don't know if they can poison you. I did get hit several times by them, but didn't seem to ever get poisoned, so I'm not sure. And be really careful about where you're walking in this level, because there's several drops in this level. If you just keep walking forward, you just immediately will drop to your death. There's the black leather set there. Actually a decent set to wear. I think it has pretty good poison resist as well. This one over here is the first one, but I didn't even know that there was an enemy in there. So poison and plague last a very long time in this game. Plague I think lasts like 10 minutes. I think poison lasts like 3 minutes normally. But I was figuring, I'll just heal through it. Healing items are also reduced in effectiveness if you're poisoned or plagued. So it is very annoying, and I probably should have cleared this immediately, but like I said, I don't have any lotuses to clear it right now. Pick up the secret dagger over there. That's actually a really good dex weapon. It's extremely fast. I was kind of surprised. I did a run with it before, and it was one of the best DPS weapons in the game if you buff it, I think. So I'm looking for a lotus here, and I actually just picked one up from this enemy. Thankfully they drop some. They drop royal lotus sometimes. So all good. These enemies can be really annoying if you can't kill them in one combo. But by this stage I'm actually just killing them in one hit, of course. They're actually really good to farm for those spices as well. Fresh spice restoring a moderate amount of MP, and old spice restores a lot of MP. Of course, you can also have MP regen from crescent weapons. I put the crescent falchion in my storage just because I don't think I'll ever need it. Right now I'm pretty much never casting spells anyway, just occasionally, so I don't really need it. So once again, some more mind flayers on this side. There's actually a merchant over to the right here who's singing. But yeah, these enemies don't have a lot of HP, which is good.
You're an ordinary human, aren't you? Where do you call home? Dear me, I shouldn't pry. Oh, perhaps you'd like something from my collection. I've had better days. I was once the wife of royalty, and I have some nice things to show for it. Before, there were many others trapped here, but they went mad and ventured above of their own volition. Redemption? Huh. There exists no such thing. Thank you. Now I can stay here for a little while longer.
So you'll actually notice I could buy the monk head wrappings from that merchant. The reason for that is because I installed a mod, because there is no way to get that now without being online. So that is not normally the case. You can also buy the Ring of Avarice from her, but I believe you can get it for free in the next level, so I don't think it's really worth it in that regard. But what the Ring of Avarice does is it basically gives you 20% more souls when it's on, which is a decent bonus. We're also going to pick up the Silver Bracelets later on in this level, and there's another enemy trap. And the Silver Bracelets can only be used by female characters, but they give you 10% more souls as well. But we're not going to miss that too much, I don't think. I think the armor set that we get from Old King Doran is going to be overall more useful. So the way that you could tell that that maiden trap had an enemy in it is it was slightly further away from all the other ones there. The Ring of Magical Sharpness there will increase your magic damage, but you'll take more magic damage. Magic is really overpowered in this game though, if you just stack all the bonuses that you can and just pump magic. And over here there is another NPC who is trapped.
Oh, human are you? I am Freke. I have been trapped here for ages. Perhaps you could help me get out of here. I am a sage, and I can lend you my power in return. Oh, take heed of those octopus-headed guards.
So we'll get him out eventually, but the key for unlocking his door is actually pretty much at the boss of this area, so it's going to take us a while and we'll do it afterwards. We're probably going to go ahead and try and get the main spell that I'm interested in after this level as well. Not that it's really super essential at this point. I do have 30 vitality, which is really helping out, as you can see. Like, even in soul form, you have so much more HP than you would expect. I mean, you do need to wear the Cling Ring, I guess, in order to get like that 75% chance, but you can see that enemy hit me and it did basically nothing. Now granted, it was one of the sort of minor enemies in this area, but still. So I'm just checking for other items in all these cells. These ones are actually locked, so I need to pick up the cell key from somewhere. So the NPC over here is Lord Rydell. You couldn't actually talk to him at all right now. This is the NPC that's involved in the Pure White World Tendency event in this level, so right now unfortunately we can't do anything. I think we'll need to kill the boss of this level of 3-2 and of 3-3 before we can actually do that event. But we'll see how it actually turns out. So we're going to go down to the bottom floor now. There's a really strange enemy over here that can actually be really deadly. When it's doing like that flurry attack there, if you walk into its range it will combo you and deal a lot of damage. So I kind of bait it out to do its other attack, which is the Soul Arrow, which is a lot easier to dodge. And get a couple hits in and then run away. I actually completely missed there. But yeah, kind of a strange enemy. You can also just run directly past it. It gives you 1,000 souls, but it's kind of an annoying enemy in general. And here's where we're going to pick up the Silver Bracelets. There's also the fluted set here, but it tends to be a little heavy, and I believe it comes with stamina regeneration penalty. So I'm not even going to bother using it. Over here we're going to find the only crystal lizard of the level over here. I'm going to use cloak again. And like most of the crystal lizards in this game, they directly lead into a pit. And thankfully I just killed it in one hit anyway, but yeah. There's a pit over there. It's kind of hard to see as well. Like, I remember playing this game before on the PS3 and not being able to see certain bits in this level just because of the brightness in the game. But we open these cells for some other items here. There's also kind of a hidden secret area, or side area, if you go all the way up to the right here and break some of the furniture, or boxes, or whatever is in the way. There's only a few items you can pick up here. You can pick up the S-Stock, which is quite a good weapon though. But I played Dexterity before, and I actually did farm for the Pure Bladestone, but I mainly used the Sharp Secret Dagger upgrade. And it was really effective. I was kind of surprised. Daggers in this game are really fast. Especially if you buff them, they do good damage. But, you know, even the katanas are pretty good as well. And I guess the pinnacle strength weapon is stuff like the Meat Cleaver and the Dragon Bone Smasher. So that contraption over there, you can get past it by rolling correctly if you just time your rolls. You just need to roll twice, wait a few seconds, then roll twice again and go up. You can continue to go up and then go behind it and turn it off. But I'm just going to play it safe, because if you get hit like twice, you're probably dead. And I don't really think it's worth it if you've got this far in the level in one run already. If you go down here, you can get a Mercury Rapier. Mercury is the upgrade path for poison, which usually isn't that effective, I found. There's some other strange upgrade paths like Fatal, which will increase critical damage but decrease base damage. So basically like backstabs and ripostes, or parries and ripostes, they will be increased in power, but the damage of the weapon will actually be decreased, which is kind of strange. The Tearing upgrade, which uses Sucker Stone, will increase bleed on the weapon. What else is there? There's two magic damage types. There's Moon and Crescent. So Crescent will add MP regeneration, but it will remove all scaling. Moon will generally do more magic damage, and I think it will keep the scaling, the physical scaling on the weapon. There's Blessed, which has the HP regen and will scale with Faith. There's Cloudstone, which gives the Dark prefix, which will raise magic damage reduction on a shield, which is an interesting concept. There's Quality from Clearstone, which is kind of where quality builds for other Souls games got their name from, was the upgrade path in Demon Souls. So it evens out the strength and dex bonuses for a weapon. There's Crushing, which increases strength bonus. There's Sharp, which increases dexterity bonus. There's Dragon prefix, which basically gives you fire damage, fire base damage, and removes all scaling. And I think that's most of them. Sticky I mentioned before for bows. And the regular upgrade path is just kind of upgrades the weapon normally. Yeah, I think I went through all of them. There's also some weapons or shields that can be upgraded with the colorless Demon Souls, like the Adjudicator Shield. So now that I've went over all the upgrades, back to the level I guess. So we're pretty much in the home stretch now. We need to go up to the rafters, or the upper level of the boss area. And this is quite a long way to just get a single item in this case, which is the Sulfur Catalyst, which works like the Silver Coronet, where it increases your maximum MP. But I do it anyway. I'm probably never going to use it, because I'm just going to use the Talisman of Beasts probably for everything. But I need to run all the way down this upper level, open the door, and then go even further down. And then I'm going to have to go across to the other side and pick up the key to Sake Freke, and there's also an NPC there that you'll need to kill. If you don't kill the NPC, the boss will respawn indefinitely, which... that's a very, very cruel thing to do. It's not a very difficult boss at all, so it's not really a big deal, but I'm sure people got confused about like why exactly that was happening. So, since you probably don't want to watch me kill the boss repeatedly, I'm just going to go and kill them now. I'm also going to go ahead and turn off the whatever this contraption is that fires arrows, ballista I guess. And we're going to pick up the Clever Rat's Ring that's guarding in its path. So the Clever Rat's Ring is interesting because it will increase your attack power by about 50% when you're below 30% health. It's basically the Red Tearstone Ring from later games, but it's more effective. And there's going to be another item that will increase your power even further in what's called Hyper Mode. So I may eventually use that for shenanigans, but I'm not too sure about how I'm going to use that right now. I've not really thought about it too much. I see that we have about 6 zones of Ephemeral Eyes now, which is pretty good. So now that we've managed to get a few boss kills, we've done the Pure Black World Tendency events, we're getting a decent amount of those now. I still need to do the Black Phantoms in World 3, which we're currently in, and World 5. So after I do a certain other level, I'll probably hit up 5-1, and then maybe do the Black Phantom there, to increase the attack rating of the weapon even further. Once we've killed the 5 Black Phantoms, the sword will be really good. I think it has a final attack rating of about 480, which is really, really good. I mean, for a non-buffed weapon, that's pretty insane.
What do you want? I am a humble servant. I do not wish to interfere. I won't cause you trouble. I won't.
We're not going to go back and rescue Freke now because it takes too long to do. I'll just do it after I kill the boss. There's also another one of those predetermined Black Phantoms in this level, if you just drop down here. I think she's wearing a Thieves Ring herself because you can't actually see her until you get close. There's some more Widow's Lotus, and there, immediately as I'm dropping. She has the Baby's Nail, which is a dagger that you get in the boss room coming up actually, but it inflicts plague on you. So you really don't want to get hit by that. So you probably don't want to block her, you probably just want to back away from her. And she has the crossbow as well, but you're unlikely to get hit by that as long as you're strafing. So, the boss fight here. Nothing really too special. What she does is she basically casts magic at you, and there's also these traps on the floor that will stun you. And she creates clones. Now, you can tell which one is the real one, but you're going to see that I pretty much almost kill her immediately in this first 4 attacks. Now, if I did have 25 endurance, I'd probably be able to kill her in one combo there. But as you can see, you're mainly meant to hide behind the pillars and kind of figure out what the real one is. I have a little bit of trouble, but you can see where the traps are. They do blink up at certain points. I'm just struggling right now to actually find where she is. But you'll notice I get hit like a billion times here. Go to heal, and then believe I've got her number right here. So yeah, not a difficult boss at all, really. But if you have to fight it multiple times, then it really shouldn't be. And one thing is, you can get teleported if you stand in front of the altar from now on, after you kill the boss, so make sure that you kind of roll around the edge there before the cutscene. Now we're in 3-2 automatically, and the archstone is actually just straight up here. So make sure you don't fall off the ledge there, because it's actually really easy to do that. So all we're going to do now is we're going to quickly go back to 3-1, and we're going to rescue Freke, because why not? All we need to do is go to his cell and open it, and then pretty much done. He gives you a certain item when you free him, which is, I think it's Gary's stiletto. And what it'll do is it will restore some MP when you hit an enemy with it. I think it's like a piercing sword. I can't exactly remember. It could maybe be decent if you just need to get some MP back. But I would rather just use one of the spice items, to be honest. You can farm them, you can buy them from merchants. I'm pretty sure Patches already sells the old spices. Maybe I'm wrong, but Patches will eventually sell better items when you kill more of the Archdemons. And Archdemons is just a fancy word for the boss of each end zone. So 3-3, 2-3, etc. One thing you know about Demon Souls is, I haven't done any of those levels yet, but every one of them except World 1, Boltarian Palace, there's no real third level. It's just kind of a boss area.
Magnificent. I never expected to get out of there alive. My name is Freke. I am known as a sage. I thought my magic would give me an edge against these demons, but how wrong I was. I have been enfeebled by my long imprisonment, but I can still move my legs, and I can make it back to the Nexus. I thank the stars that I escaped when I did. I owe you my life.
And that's going to be it for this episode, so I'll see you guys next time for more Demon Souls.